It's not going to happen. You have to make the match. You have to make the match. You have to move your energy. You have to train your thought vibration into a new place. You have to tell a new story. You have to find ways of describing what you do want so vividly and so often that what you do want becomes an active, chronic vibration within you. And when that happens, it has to manifest. It cannot be otherwise. So there are two ways that you can tell if you're a match to what you want or if you're a match to what you don't want. If you're a match to the presence of what you want, or if you're a match to the absence of what you want. One really obvious way, it's manifesting if you're a match to it. In other words, when you are a match to what you want, it's showing up in your life experience. The other way is you can tell by the way you feel, whether you're moving toward or away from what you are really looking for. We really prefer to teach you about your emotions, which help you to know whether you are lining up with or moving away from what you want, because that's really what you came forth to do as genius creator that you are. You want to mold the clay, the creative clay of this time-space reality. And the way you mold that clay is by molding the energy or the thought vibration through your focus. If you wait until it manifests, we call that post-manifestational awareness. Oh, don't like that. Didn't mean to do that. Whoops. It's hard to suck it back, isn't it? Once it's manifested, once it's in your body or not in your bank account, or once your relationship has crumbled or your empire, once you are discordant from what you are wanting to the degree that the discordant has manifested rather than the harmony, you still can turn it around. But it's harder. It's much easier to catch it in the early subtle stages. So we're going to tell you how this all works, and then we want to talk to you about anything that is important to you. You are beautiful in your bodies. Do you know it? And you are source energy in your bodies. Do you know that? And do you know that while you are in these bodies, vibrant and alive and flowing, do you know that the larger part of you still remains non-physically focused? Sometimes you refer to that non-physical part of you as your soul, your source. We refer to it as all of that, but also your inner being. It's the God force that is really you. It's the furthermost expanded version of you. So you were only non-physical energy before you came into this body. And when you were only non-physical energy, that singular energy stream was pure non-physical energy, meaning it was a very high, clear, pure vibration that held no resistance that would be discernible from your vantage point at all. Pure, positive energy, a sort of swirling love of well-being and knowing, a literal culmination of all that you have become. The best of all life culminated there in that pure energy. And then a part of that energy projected forward or was summoned by the body that was being created within the womb of your mother. And as that energy was summoned into this physical time-space reality, and you came forth and focused into that body, now you have two vibrational vantage points: the non-physical vantage point of pure positive energy and the physical vantage point of whatever it is that has your attention now. So in the moment that you were born, the potential of splitting your energy occurred. And by splitting your energy, we don't mean something has gone wrong. We mean, just like you intended, you came forth to focus. And when you began to focus, even before you could speak, long before you could walk, in the moment that you were born and began to assess your awareness of your environment, you began to offer vibrational frequencies in response to your observations. And when you did that, those frequencies began to emanate, and they began to play a vibrational part with the vibrational emanation from your source. So as this infant, in your first view of physical life, that part of you moved ever so slightly away from the pure positive energy of who you really are. The reason that we are telling you the story in this way is because we want you right now, finally, to acknowledge that you, you, we, you have two vivid vibrational vantage points. And those vibrational vantage points are playing off of one another all day, every day. That's what your emotions are. When you, in your body, are focused upon something in the way that the source within you focuses, for example, you are appreciating your body and you are loving life, the exhilaration that you feel is because your focused thought and the focused thought of the source within you about the same subject at the same time is a perfect match. So in your fusion, in your blending, in your alignment, in your closing of this gap, in your allowing of your complete connection with who you are, you feel the full vitality of source flowing through you in this actively focused human physical leading edge time-space moment. The best of life. When you are loving someone, perfect fusion. When you are hating someone, not even close. When you are feeling your worthiness, perfect fusion. When you are feeling insecure or unworthy, not even close. We want you to begin to utilize your emotions to let you know the most important thing that you will ever come to wonder about, and that is your relationship with who you are. Because when you pay attention to the relationship between you and you, now in your being tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the energy of you, to the fullness of you, to that which you call God force, to the energy that creates worlds, in that alignment and only in that alignment can you even begin to live your life in the way that you've intended. You are source energy. You didn't come forth to prove worthiness. You came forth as a worthy creator, eager to take thought beyond that which it had been before. And you knew that as you poured yourself into this physical body and into the contrast that surrounds you, you knew that the contrast would inspire new desires. You knew that they would emanate from you constantly. And that's exactly what happens. The contrast helps you to know what you don't want, know what you do want. Isn't that the way contrast always works? Do you realize that without vibrational contrast, you couldn't see anything? That it's only because of contrast, photographers know it, that you can even pick things out. Have you ever looked at a polar bear in a snowstorm? He's hard to see. But when you realize that you are living in this variety of contrast to help you to focus, and that the energy that you feel is always your awareness of how you are focusing it, whether you are focusing in your physical body away from your broader knowing, or whether you are utilizing this broader knowing while you are focused here, that's really what the art of allowing is all about. This universe is managed by the powerful law of attraction. And what that means is, when you offer a vibration, what matches it comes to it. So can you even begin to imagine? It's not easy for you from your physical format. What must be amassing around the source energy part of you? The part of you that only focuses upon love and well-being and expansion. Can you imagine what that vortex of creation must be like that is swirling? That's what eternity is based upon. It is physical beings coming forth and exploring and knowing what they don't want, and then more clearly sending a vibrational rocket of desire about what they do want. And when that rocket of desire emanates from you, the source part of you receives that rocket and becomes it vibrationally and literally, and holds steady to that newly amended asking eternally. And when that occurs, law of attraction then begins to amass all compatible components. So hear this. So here you are, billions of you, banging around together, knowing what you don't want, sending out rockets of what you do want. So let's say your planet's in a bit of upheaval, maybe economic, which causes you to ask for more stability, maybe ecological, which causes you to ask for more stability. Maybe some of the peoples of your planet are warring, making you ask for more harmony. So as you are asking, billions of you, for more stability, for more well-being, for more harmony, the source energy part of you is receiving each and every one of those requests and holding it as the eternal promise of your future. And this is the part that we really, really want you to hear. Law of attraction responding to those requests. Law of attraction responding to that focused, pure asking. Law of attraction's response is causing an assembling of all cooperative components. So in the moment of the asking, this is something that most of our physical friends have a hard time wrapping their thoughts around, because you are so physically oriented, you are so accustomed to looking at the knock on wood, what I can see and hear and smell and taste and touch, aspects of your environment, that you miss sometimes altogether the fact that you are, and everything else is, and everyone else is, a vibrational being. Everything is vibrational. And so when these rockets of desires emanate from you, leading edge creators out here on the leading edge of thought, when those rockets of desires emanate from you, Source receives them and becomes them, and a vibrational vortex of creation is assembled. We're not kidding you. It must happen. It always happens before there is ever any physical manifestation. When you try to tell the story of how your earth came to be, you're not even close to understanding that everything is vibrational first. Everything is thought, focused thought. And when focused thought is held longer, it becomes form. It becomes the material, manifestational world that you know. So when we speak to you today, all day, and we will, about these rockets of desire and about this vortex of creation, this vibrational vortex of creation that is assembling on your behalf, we want you to understand that this is not some airy-fairy metaphysical talk of some dead person who understands vibration and is trying to make some fairy tale to make it easier for you to understand the concept of it. This vortex, this vibrational vortex, is a reality that is the precursor of everything that you know to be reality. It's not something to be sloughed off. It is vivid and real. What you are asking for has been answered and is done. And all cooperative components have been vibrationally assembled. The question that we want to ask you, you really want to ask yourself, am I, in my physical body, having banged around and having known what I don't want and having asked and asked and asked and asked, and now Source and non-physical and law of attraction have assembled all cooperative components? Am I a cooperative component? Am I in a vibrational stance that this vortex can take me in and show me the answer, show me the answers to my questions and the solutions to my problems, show me the manifestations to what I have carved out of my life experience? And the answer is held in the way you feel in any moment in time. If you are full of love, you're in the vortex. You're in the vortex and you are seeing the obvious unfolding. The next logical step just keeps showing up for you. You're in the right place at the right time. You rendezvous with the right people. You're having fun along the way. New ideas keep being born. You never have a moment's doubt. You are knowing who you are. You are feeling the confidence of your being. You are tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You're in love with life. You're in love with others. You love yourself. You're thriving in all possible ways. You're in the vortex. But if you're not in the vortex, if you feel fear, you're not anywhere near it. If you feel hate and anger, you're not anywhere near it. If you're overwhelmed, you're not anywhere near it. Well, you're closer, but still not far enough away to get, not close enough to get in it. When you feel hope when you feel hope, you're on the brink of being inside this vibration. When you feel hope, in fact, this vortex of attraction is strong enough that in hope, which has very little resistance in it, the vortex will take you in and show you something so vivid that your hope will move right to belief immediately. And if you can sustain belief, then you can sustain being in the vortex. And when you sustain a period of time of being vibrationally aligned enough that you are allowing yourself, by law of attraction, to be inside this vortex, now things are showing up for you. And people who are watching you, whether they're in the vortex or not, people are noticing big things are happening with you. They say, why are you the lucky one? Why do you always get what you want? Why do things always work out for you? Why do you sing like an angel? Why do you have clarity? Why does your body move in the way that it does? Why is health yours, always yours? Why are you always vital and alive? Why do you feel so good? Why is your humor so on target? Why do people like to be around you so much? Why are you so loving all the time? Why do you feel so much love from others? Why are you always living the best of life? And if you really want to help them out, you'll say, I figured out how to focus myself by paying attention to the way I feel.